Hi, you guys. The Handmaid's Tale, Season 5, Episode 3, Borders. The episode opens with June. She's sitting there in a trance. Remember, after the ballet, she felt kind of better. Come outside, and she sees her daughter with Serena on these big screens. Luke comes in, and he asks June, is she okay? And I'm like, I thought he would be manic as well, because that look on his face when he seen Hannah was like he couldn't believe it either. June, she's trying to figure out, all she can keep thinking about is the color that Hannah was wearing, and what does it mean? And Maura tells June, like, I don't know what that color was, but it wasn't pink, and she's not a little girl anymore. Maura also wants to know, what is Mark doing down there with Serena? And I want to as well. My thing is, Serena is no longer under arrest, right? I don't understand this. Mark is so fascinated with her. He follows these creeps around. They are insane. It's nothing good about them. What are you protecting her for? Y'all know what I said last season. He just want to eat Serena's puss so damn bad. June, she needs to get in contact with Nick. That's her main thing right now. But they can't do it. They can't contact Nick without Mark. Maura has an idea. She'll connect June with these group of women that's at the borders. Now, she didn't want to tell June about this because she didn't want June to be taking her ass down there and act the fool with these women because it's dangerous. June tells Maura, well, that wasn't your goddamn decision to make anyway. Maura said, you know what? For Hannah, I'll do this. So Maura and June is the only people that can go because they do not allow men in there. And I'm like, at this point, Luke might as well be barefoot and pregnant, because all he been doing is sitting down and waiting. Maura and June, they go down and they meet up with Lily. Lily is a part of this rebellion down at the border. And when they get back to the camp, they know all about June and her angel flights, how she got out, and they all the children, and they are impressed by that, which June should pat herself on the back for that. That was a good thing she did. Once they're inside, June sees a bulletin of everybody that they're saved, and June is equally impressed by them. June also finds out that this operation is actually Mayday. Remember Mayday? They thought it was a myth. It didn't exist. Well, here it is in living form. And she explains to June that they're not here or there at a building with flags that says Mayday. It's an underground operation. Mayday is everywhere. They're just not loud and proud because they have to lay low. And she also tells June that Lily she was a Martha in Gilead, and it was actually June who worked out the deal with Mark to trade Fred for the political prisoners. She was one of them. Back in Gilead, Serena is at Lawrence's, and they're having dinner with the Mackenzies and Nick and his wife. Why was Serena looking at Nick and his wife like that? Was she shocked at how he moved up in rank, or did she want Nick for herself? Because I remember what I said, Serena is going to need a husband staying over in Gilead. Well, Commander Mackenzie, he makes it known why he's there, because of their mutual adversary, June. He has that strong feeling that June didn't do this. June did this, and she didn't act alone, and it'll only be a matter of time before she be coming for them. Commander Mackenzie says she's a cancer that needs to be cut out. Now, his wife, she's like, we don't want to put sweet little Agnes through all of that. You know, that is her natural mother. Her husband feels like, well, you know, she's strong like us, not weak like her. So she'll be able to understand, you know, why her mother deserved this. These people is sick in the head. I just want something bad to happen to Gilead. This ending better be explosive. Nick sitting over there looking uncomfortable because they talking about his boo. Yeah, what you gonna do, Nick? What are you gonna do? Marcus, he had to wait outside because he was not welcome in Lawrence's residence for dinner. They left his ass right on outside to do what he want with himself. So after dinner, Nick comes outside and he sees Mark out there. He goes over to Mark and he tells Mark that let him be the one to tell June that he's married and everything. And remember, this marriage been going on for a while. Ever since June met up with him, June and Hannah, June and Nicole all met up with Nick. Yeah, he was married then. He also tells Mark that he will not be working with the Americans. He's like, I can't do that, He's not doing it. It's too much for him right now. Oh, Mackenzie, his nosy ass, he popped up. What he be talking about? Oh, nothing. He makes Mark leave and he tells Nick, look, I hope her father wasn't the reason that you won this appeal. And I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about. Was her father the reason why he was able to move so far up in the ranks? I'm not sure about that. That's unclear to me. And Mackenzie made sure he tells Nick that he's going to be keeping an eye out on him because his wife's father was a good friend of his. You're supposed to do things like that, but do you got to threaten them? I don't understand what's up with these people. Aunt Lydia goes down to the hospital and she's there with little Big Mama Esther and Janine, and they both look like they're stable. She goes into Esther's room and she's so heated with Esther that she slaps her. And then I think that Lydia, she catches herself when she's looking at baby Esther. And remember, okay, Lydia is a teacher, and we can see that her whole being is about that. She want to teach these women the ways of Gilead, try to influence them, try to guide them into doing what's right in her head. This is what goes on in her head. More and more, she's realizing that it doesn't matter. It's the system that they're in that's it's just fucked up. No matter how much you're teaching them, these girls are suffering in ways that you can't even teach them how not to. Lydia herself is in a position because she's a woman in a male-ran society, and she's limited to what she can do as far as rules and things of that sort. Not only that, Janine just told Lydia that Esther, she been through things. She been through things with her husband, and then the men that her husband would allow come over and rape her. Lydia, you took that girl over to the Putnams with that dirty, nasty ass, and you had her going there with all the men, and you left her in there with that nasty man, knowing that he would do something inappropriate. And I'm thinking that Lydia realizes this now. When she goes in to see Janine, it really fucks her up. She's crying out to God to save Janine, that she's bargaining with God, telling God that she knows she loses her temper, but if she pulls Janine through, that she will change. She even got Mrs. Putnam to come down there with baby Angela. She tells Mrs. Putnam, like, look, Janine was there for her when baby Angela was sick and she got her better, and we're just asking for the same in return. And Mrs. Putnam, she said even though she was forced to come down there, she allows baby Angela to go over there and see her mom Janine, because we all know this is spiritual. A bond between a mother and a child is spiritual. It just is what it is. And just like she got baby Angela together when she was sick. Janine, when baby Angela came to Janine, we see later on that Janine, she's now sitting up in a wheelchair getting some air. But when she was outside, that look on her face looked like, bitch, I'm gonna get you. And I don't think it's towards Esther. I think it's towards Gilead. I think Janine is tired, okay? She done had enough. I just cannot wait till this all come together and to see all the laughing now faces. Oh, y'all bitches gonna be crying later. Y'all gonna be crying. I'm not trying to hear Lydia getting it right. And no, Lydia, you brutal as shit. You done knock people's eyes out, all that stuff. I ain't trying to hear it. I'm not trying to hear it. Lydia must die. Serena must die. I hope baby Esther, she gets up, they get their strength back, they get their minds right, June come back, and it just be a murdersome episode. I need that. Okay, back at Mayday, June is sitting up there and they're sewing some poison and little notes and stuff inside the dresses. Now, June, she seems like she's irritated with that shit. She ain't come down there to sew no damn dresses. We all know that June likes the hard stuff. And I forgot to mention, they did say that they would try to get a word out to Nick. So that's why June is staying there, because they said that they can try to connect with someone, they can connect with someone who can get in touch with Nick. While inside sewing, they hear some commotion. So, June, she darts out there. She like that type of shit. Well, what's going on is a man, he comes and he telling them that he has something for them. And that he's with the good people. He's on the good side. He's like, please don't shoot me. And they like, okay, if you was with them, you seen some crimson rose, what does that mean? And he's like, let me think. He forgets. And then a refugee, a little girl, she comes up and she's like, wait, he saved me. This is my friend. So actually it turned out good. He turns to go back and June is like, where you going? You going back to Gilead? He's like, yeah, I can't leave my wife and my child there. June sitting up there looking like she want to go with him. And we know she do. Back in Gilead, after dinner, Serena and Lawrence goes to one of his rooms and talk. And Serena is trying to convince Lawrence that he needs to find himself a wife, especially if he wants to stay in power. How she needs a good man for her baby. And she asks Lawrence to touch her stomach. And Serena thinks she's slick. She knows what she's doing. Like I said before, she needs a husband in Gilead. It's just no way around it. Serena and June are two of the same. June, she didn't give a fuck about Gilead and their rules. She was very rebellious. Serena, she plays her cards different. She plays chess with this. And this is going to get her caught up if she thinks that she is smarter than Gilead herself. Yes, she's the one who put the battery in the back to start creating Gilead, but she's just a woman in this man's world. That's why I say she's definitely going to need a husband, and she knows she do. That's why she over there trying to get with Lawrence. But Lawrence, he sees the shit. When he told Serena, you and your baby will be well taken care of, I think he knew that this bitch is trying to come on to me. After dinner, Mark is walking Serena back up to her hotel room, and she tells him that she wants him to come inside. She want to talk to him. He's getting all hot and thinking that it's going to be something special. He's talking about the journey back home to Canada tomorrow. And Serena's like, well, home is here for me. And he has this dick look on his face. This is the dick look. Okay. I don't know why he keep getting this with Serena. Serena shocks you every time. She is pure evil. The evil bitch tells him, look, this is my home. This is where I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay here. And he's like, oh, you're going to stay here? Like, you have your freedom and you want to stay here? Yes, you heard the bitch. She want to stay there. While they were talking, Serena gets a knock at the door. She gets an invitation to to meet up with the cancel. So she think this is it. She think this is cheese on the crackers. Yes, Mark, I'm staying here. Thank you for everything. And she kisses him on the cheek. That was awkward. Awkward for the both of them. Should have kissed him in the mouth, because that's what he really wants. Right, she gets up in the morning. She goes down to the council and wonder what's this all about, because they didn't tell her the details. But Lawrence comes up and she's like, you put all this together? She thinking that Lawrence is going to marry her. And Lawrence asks her, Serena, are you expecting anything from me? Because you know she do. Serena, I'm sorry, Serena. And Serena's like, oh shit. Now, we don't know what the fuck is going to happen to her. I'm like, yes, make her a handmaid. Make her a handmaid. She goes in front of council and they tell her, look, Serena, we here at Gilead, we like that we want you to be an ambassador abroad, not here, because we're not equipped for a woman like you. I'm telling you, if Serena will stay there, she's going to find her as a handmaid or on the wall. When they're saying a woman like her, they're talking about a woman like her in June. Their attitudes, the way they are, their whole being, they consumes people. So they tell Serena that they like how she put on the show at Fred's funeral and how people is taken to that. And they feel as though in Canada that she can serve them by being the example. And that's just it's going to be smoke and mirrors, honey. Just all an illusion. Because the people is not going to realize the brutal side of Gilead. And Serena going to be down there talking her shit, brainwashing them people. They tell her that she'll get everything that she needs, income, protection, all of the things. So she's fine with that. She meets Mark on the plane, and Mark is like, I thought you said that you wasn't coming back. And she doesn't say nothing to him. Because even though things worked out for her, she thought that she would be in Gilead. Mayday they done came through for June. Nick is calling. June, she rushes to that phone. Not only is she happy to talk to Nick, but she wants to know information about Hannah. She was hoping that Nick can still keep a close eye on her, possibly move to where Hannah is at currently. And he tells her, I can't do that. I have other obligations. June, I'm married. And this crushes June, but she understands Gilead's life. Nick confirms to her, June, that Hannah will be starting wife school. And her parents, that June shouldn't really worry about that she has really good parents. And June is like, good parents that says a 12-year-old to wife school to be ready to become a wife at 12? Good parents? And this is the thing about Gilead. I do not understand their way of being. I really don't. But I can go on for days about that. And I'm not. Tells June that she has to play it cool. Like, be cool so she can take care of Nicole. So she can do what she got to do for Nicole. June promises to get focused so she can take care of Nicole and herself. And she tells Nick, try to be happy. The same thing that he told her that day that her and Nicole came to see him at that house. And I thought this was a sweet way of ending their life, because in all actuality, they can't be together right now. In another world, yes. But now, no. In June, you still have Luke over there in Canada waiting for you. He's still sitting there on that porch waiting for you right now. Later on, Mayday also alerts June that Serena is on her way back to Canada. She on her way back to Canada? Okay. Serena, she arrives. Mark tells her that she's going back to the detention center. Hey, excuse me, why? Why am I going back to the detention center? Child. But on the way, Serena is meted at the airport with all her supporters. And they, young girl, she's just Serena's looking at her like, yeah, I'm going to groom you, girl. And Serena's starting to feel like, yes, this is me. This is what I do. I'm the representative, ambassador for Gilead here in Canada. Life is good. All of a sudden, no one is blocking the road, and the driver, he can't get by. June pulls up to the window. No, she walks up to the window. Don't you ever put your hands on my daughter again. Serena is scared shitless. June said, don't you ever touch my daughter again. Straight manic. And can you blame her? I don't blame her. Do you, June? And that's where the episode ends. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.